Kazuyas do not like this. One of the few matchups that really just is not good for Kazuya.
Just grinds their gears, honestly.
It's one of those matchups where not only do you lose it, but it sucks the whole time.
Yeah.
Like it's just painful to play.
And Woulphy has been getting better at switching the styles too, so he can play that slow style of just like, I'm just going to camp you out. I don't even want to deal with Kazuya's moves in terms of being electric and all of the various amount of moves to just 0 to death you, but can't turn it on the switch and get the damage like he is right now. First stock here, looking good for him.
Absolutely. Almost taking it with a forward air there. Not quite, but both players able to make it back safely.
Okay, when I see Sonic do that spin dash, I feel like it's a bail moment. I feel like every time they're like inches away from SDing. But I know Woulphy's got it. For now.
For now. Don't get ahead of yourself. We got at least 3 games to make it through.
Yep.
But no, Woulphy definitely looking really comfortable on the Sonic. I saw him playing in doubles yesterday. Was looking good the whole time. Saw a few of his matches in singles. Was looking good the whole time. You know, obviously made it to winners quarters, so it's hard to get this far without it.
Oh, for sure. Obviously, our best here in Indiana, along with Greece and Mysterica. I don't know if both of them are still in, but Woulphy's here in full force, at least trying to put a dent on Wildz first stock here. Off stage, looking to see if he can get a kill here. Oh, but rolls burst?
Stage spike still not going to do it. Low enough percent that he's able to make it back with just the spring and the double jump. We do have Rage Drive online, though. This is more or less an even game. Does not take much to kill with Kazuya. As hard as it is to catch Sonic, if you can definitely kill it at 80.
Man, but like off stage, I've been seeing at least twice. Like Woulphy can get the edge guards to like lead into the last hit, but every time without fail, at least for this first stock, up Bs have been the like, equalizing force in like getting him out to center stage for Wildz. Tries to hit the preemptive up B because like it's very hard to catch this Sonic, man. Every time he's just rolling around stage, getting everything started for him, but this is the problem, trying to find a kill, and does.
Almost a little bit of a DPZ moment
yeah.
there. The Sonic's still able to live. But 151, not going to take much to take the stock. I was just going to say a dash attack would definitely do it right here.
Yep, dash attack up B. There's a couple of ways Wildz can take this, but the longer Sonic stays on the screen with 3 stocks, the harder it's going to be for Wildz to mount a comeback. Not as much as it would be, though, right now, but it can turn on a moment's notice with a damage uplift from Sonic.
For sure, and you see Woulphy definitely has plenty of patience here, just charging in the corner, not forcing any kind of approaches. If he thinks that Wildz is going to be ready to react, he's just not going to approach.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic kind of a conversation starter in the way he plays the game. Like, you have to answer to him almost always, and Wildz is trying to do the best that he can with the, I guess, the 3-hit piece that he has there. I forget the move name, because I try to say tech names, but there's so many. There's so many.
I gave up a long time ago.
There is so many.
There's too many. I'm too much of a platform fighter player to learn all of that.
We'll get you back in streets real quick.
Bring back the Cammy.
All right, bet. But even up here on the second stock, like you said, it looked pretty bad at first impressions, but things can turn at a moment's notice. Bear here. Oh, almost.
Not quite going to do it. I am kind of interested. Oh, but the forward air taking it off the side. Kind of interested in the stage pick here. I know I hear people kind of go back and forth on whether or not they like Town for Kazuya. Obviously, you do get the FD transformation in there.
Yeah.
Famously not fun to deal with when you were playing against Kazuya.
It is, at the very least, I feel like fine for Sonic, because Sonic and Spin Dash is one of the most scariest states to deal with as any character. So Kazuya is more like reluctantly inclined to just sit there and wait for an option to be used from Kazuya, or from Sonic rather. But every time that happens, like your shield's getting lower, position's like still on Sonic's side, and while he has a lead, it just gets worse and worse. But
yeah, it doesn't matter as much when you can get the 0 to death, because you have to catch Sonic to get the 0 to death. Going for a little bit of a hard read there. Not quite going to connect. Resetting kind of back into this state of just charging that spin dash.
And then Sonic is going to work. I like, low-key, I kind of like Woulphy's tag. He's been playing League a little bit more. He's been playing League a little bit more, but You can do that you can do that in League. I think you can get to high elo, but Woulphy will take this first stock here in first game. And this hopefully, at the 5 set, that might go to distance.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I do feel like that's kind of an expected outcome in that matchup is for Sonic to take it, but it was not exactly a steamroll by any means.
Yep.
That was a very well-fought match, went very back and forth. I could have definitely seen that going either way.
Kazuya.
And surely going to be a thinking man's game for Wildz to try to get through the navigation path that is Sonic, the spin dash, and everything else.
Yeah, I think it's really going to come down to is Wildz going to find a way to approach. Because that was kind of what really got him in that first game there, was just having such a hard time getting in when Sonic is sitting in the corner like that. So if you can find a safe way in to challenge that kind of stall, I think he's got a really good shot here.
Yep, and I see that's probably why we've elected to go to small battlefield here. Less of a space for Woulphy to run around and more opportunities for interaction between these two players. Hopefully that might spell more stocks flying faster for Woulphy in Wild's favor here.
Quick 98% and counting.
Oh, but we got a hit.
Not converting too much off the electric. Usually expect to see a little bit more from that, but still not bad. 55 to 98.
You gotta take what you can get in this matchup.
Yeah, if you can get any amount of damage, get it on.
Oh no. Oh, he had to drift in on that fair. Good DI in and just like avoid dying there. But Rage Drive, is it still a factor? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think he's out. Yep. So we're gonna have to take this the DLC way. I can't even say old-fashioned because we have a lot of stuff on Kazuya to do so. But first stock is gone from Wildz, similar to the first game here.
Woulphy, a little bit of funny spring tech in the middle there. Getting caught, same move that did him in first stock last time, but not going to take it this time around.
Yeah, just trying to hold it for dear life. Command grab not quite as well, and air dodge to the laser keeps Woulphy living. Oh no! He didn't land on stage.
Unfortunate. A little bit of an aggressive approach off a ledge there is going to go ahead and cost him.
Yeah, but taking the first stock, just have to play the same way you were before. Hopefully things will come the same to you.
Yeah, you just got to stick with your game plan, reset, keep slowing down the pace of the game and approaching on your own terms. Because if you let Kazuya get in on you, there's no telling what's going to happen.
Oh yeah, Sonic is the bouncer. He has his own pace and his own like timings on when anyone can get in. Kazuya is a big guy, so.
Kazuya's trying to break down the ledge. Kazuya doesn't care how he gets in, just that he gets in.
He's a little bit of a menace right now.
7% able to up B past the spring, not going to get caught by that for the stage spike. Fair, not quite connecting.
Yeah, but still keeping control of this game. Yeah, trying to look for the DI out there, and instead eats him a true electric from Kazuya there. Or wind God fist, actually. There's a lot of
I thought that one was Dragon Uppercut. I don't know.
My head.
It's too many.
It's spinning. It's spinning.
Yeah.
Just like Sonic right now, honestly. But off stage, spin, or spring, and not doing his job. But this might be a good opening here. Almost kills at 84.
Another one.
Crazy with the
I hate
range.
that move. Every time I see that move, it's one of those moves where you just feel it when you get hit by it.
He hits you right in the chin.
He really does.
183 and still counting right now. Woulphy got to avoid this rage somehow before it turns from bad to worse. If he gets hit by one move, F-tilt will call it out.
That's going to go ahead and do it.
That move is very good in that scenario. Being a quick move that you can just throw out at any time. Kind of akin to a Wolf F-tilt in terms of just like being a decently safe move that you can just have at range.
Yeah, just a nice little poke. Still doesn't kill super early, but still opens up some doors later on. And it's plenty disjointed. Also 2 frames, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll have to see the frame.
I think if you angle it down, it.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised. This character does have a lot.
Really versatile move. Opens up a lot of doors.
Man, called out the spin dash there. And finally evens it up 1-1. Let's see if Wildz can find that one big hit. The Kazuyas are known for executing them to stocks. Here we go.
Nope. It's going to be a back throw. Misses the tech. resetting into the corner.
Yeah, that roll away was like key to getting out of there.
Really good job getting out of the Ferb's tech there on the platform.
Definitely have seen it quite a few times with the Kazas we have here, at the very least. But this is looking pretty good for Wildz here. Has a bit of a lead. If you haven't been noticing the damage that's been racking up, all he needs is like another big electric, and this might be game for him.
Plus now that you have the percent lead, you don't really need to worry about approaching as much. Because Sonic, now you have to force Sonic to come to you. Not that that's something that Sonic struggles with by any means, but it does still put at least a little bit more pressure, lets you play a bit more defensively.
And defensively is the name of the game right now. I don't think it will get there, but we are under 2 minutes right now, just to let you know.
Yeah, it's getting close. I don't think on this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up seeing a game go to time.
Yeah, games are becoming slower. The command grab will take that game.
Take it.
Wildz on the board. 1-1 tied up here. Stage coming in clutch.
Yeah. Definitely, I do think it helped having less space for him to run around, being able to close that gap a little bit quicker.
Yeah, it felt a little bit more claustrophobic as we are going to Hollow now with that one platform layout, bigger smash feel. We'll see, but I think Wildz is in the game now. We're warmed up.
Oh yeah.
That was a little early in the day, but I think we're finally here to see a good game 3 as we have everyone riled up now, 1-1 on Hollow.
Go. Yeah, we definitely have more people trickling into the venue, starting to get more of a crowd for these top 32 matches as well.
I believe one of our last Indiana players and winners at the latest too. I think Plus is in?
Yeah.
I don't know who else is after that.
I'd have to look at the bracket. I haven't looked at it since yesterday.
That's all good. I went to sleep when I got back. I'm going to be honest.
I do not blame you.
It was a long day. It's going to be a long game for Wildz. If you can't find this hit, does so, but not too much for the reward that he had there. Oh, jump out.
Going high, catching him with the fair.
Yeah, and these spring rides, just to be in a hoverable state when Kazuya's off stage is really good as well. Just to react to anything that he can possibly do there. You'll see it almost any time Kazuya's off stage, far away to the point where he can just be at that point right before Kazuya attempts to get back.
Really good tech from Wildz there, not getting stage spiked by the side. Oh, just hard.
Oh, you're dead! In the air too, so probably trying to go away. So yeah, it probably wasn't correct, but it's still 68 in your Sonic. Bit of a feather or a lightweight to
for sure
to get that kill, but man, it's hard. Sometimes you got to play a perfect game against this character because you do win the matchup, but
you still have to earn it.
This man can
how hard can you really win a matchup against Kazuya Mishima?
It's the hardest it's going to be, honestly.
Yeah.
I've heard the conglomerate of Kazuyas have their differing opinions, but it's the one that stays true for most of them.
Oh, through the F smash.
Everyone been talking about Sonic F smash as the end-all be-all move, but Kazuya got a couple of those himself, and his lead is growing now. Almost a full stock lead here.
Oh, just barely making it back. Not quite enough range on that F tilt. Up smash out of shield is going to take it.
3 stocks to 1 lead.
Yep, 3 stocks to 1 lead for Wildz here. Finally taking it with the forward air. 4.5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, and I think this might be where the switch turns from Woulphy, because he's like an on-off switch. When he has to be aggressive, he will be in your face constantly trying to get these kills, but could be to his detriment, as that's where Kazuya honestly wants you to be, but you kind of have no choice. You got 4 minutes, so you can at least slow down the tempo ever so slightly. But at some point, you got to get in there and get the kill to at least make this even stock-wise to play from there.
Not quite getting the down tilt at ledge. Really good edge guard sequence from Woulphy, but still not quite able to close it out. Gonna send him off to the other side with the back air, though. Maybe taking it this time.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Wildz gave him the air dodge, which kept the offstage game going, but as soon as afterwards, he did the side B, which kind of locks you from not being able to do up B after you jump. So a little bit of a forced SD on Wildz, but still has the percent lead on this last stock. All he needs is 1 hit. That's how this game is right now for Woulphy.
Yeah, 130. It's not going to take too much to take out Sonic at this percent.
There we go.
That's going to do it.
Call it
And
on the spin dash.
crowd popping off a little bit for Wildz there.
Wins.
Yeah, this set has turned on its head. Was once a 1-0. Woulphy having a commanding lead, but now it's kind of on Wildz of momentum. Yes, up 2-1. Woulphy on the back foot, having to counterpick here, which means it will be shifted to Wildz on Game 5. We'll see.
If we get to Game 5.
If we get to Game 5, this is true. Wildz,
Wildz could close it out right here. He's got the chance.
yeah, it's been looking good so far right now, doing so.
Here we go. We're going to go back to small battlefield.
Okay.
I don't dislike it. I mean, that game was definitely very close still.
I think one of the bigger things that we saw on Hollow that made have us back here for Game 4 is that every time on the edges of Hollow Flash or of Hollow Bastion, when he's caught in side B like movement, Woulphy was Wildz was right underneath every time, just punishing them.
Yeah.
Like the landings were just getting stuffed out every single time. Because there's a lot of blue color, as I like to call it with Kazuya, a lot of invincibility that he has with the moves. So even if you want to land on Wildz as Sonic with these like great, honestly, landing moves, it won't matter in the grand scheme of things with these moves that he's throwing out to try to get these stocks.
There we go.
We are moving around, moving and grooving.
I also, the fact that there's 2 platforms as opposed to just the one, I feel like opens up more doors for movement mix-ups for Woulphy as well. You know, you're not always just playing around the same kind of centralized location. You've got a few smaller spots that you can kind of bob and weave around.
Yeah.
Another,
Kind of felt limiting, yeah.
same as we saw that one game, calling it out the spin dash with the down B.
That was almost a 5-2 stock. We had a
Yeah.
command grab into Nair down smash if the DI wasn't there on Woulphy's side. Would have been kind of sad, honestly. Building up all that percent just for 3 moves to just do you in, honestly.
That would be an upsetting moment.
That should be it.
Able to catch with the spring.
Very low too.
That's going to be an somewhat early kill. Only 47% on for Woulphy.
Oh, yeah, Woulphy could show. He's starting to switch off. He doesn't have to go in now.
You just kind of hang out now. This could be the game that we see go to time potentially.
Yeah, just trying to stifle all momentum. I understand that this could be the case as well. But
Ooh,
a couple of
maybe not.
fairs. Not doing. Oh, he still hasn't landed. Oh, okay.
No 2-frame.
Yeah, close but no cigar there. With the F smash angled down. It's such a big 2-frame move, but true Godfist there, or Electric, gets the first stock from Woulphy here.
One thing that I really admire about Woulphy is he just doesn't overcommit very often. Like you saw on that. Well, okay, maybe I said a little too soon.
Whoa,
Oh.
okay.
Or not.
You blinked, you missed it. Woulphy up from that offstage interaction there. Oh, but he got the grab. What can you do with it? Another one? Okay.
The grab. Not
Not
quite
too
able
much.
to that either. Electric onto the platform. Up B, not going to do it. Too low of a percent.
Yeah, but we're back almost honestly to game 2 where all he needs is one hit just to get back to this 1-stock game. Woulphy's trying his hardest not to get in that situation, honestly. I wouldn't want to be, I don't care what character you are, I would not want to be in a 1-stock situation with Kazuya.
No, I don't either. Good back air, call out.
You're just getting little bits of damage here and there. As long as you're not dead, but here you are. Winner's side stock here for Woulphy.
Yeah, this could be it. If we get a Kazuya Mishima moment. Oh,
He tries
not quite getting the back
to
air.
go low to try to read the option, but Wildz wasn't giving him anything there. Uh-oh.
Oh,
We have been locked on the platform.
forward air off to the side, 80%, knowing that the up B isn't going to kill in that situation, just opting to
this
go
might
for
be
more
it.
damage.
Oh, he uses up B immediately. I don't know if he had the jump, but immediate Nair calls out the option from Woulphy, and Wildz takes it 3-1.
That is going to do it.
Moving on in this winner's side bracket.
Yep. Wild's going to go ahead, move on to winner's semi.